Of that trophy. They've done it in style today, a season that looked like it might just peter out, Don, seeing as they'd actually won this league a couple of games ago. Fitting finale, deserving winners for you?
Absolutely. I said the first weekend of the season I thought Chelsea would win it by 10 points. They could have actually gone on and win it by a lot more. I think it's tinged with a little bit of frustration because this side is good enough to go and have won the Premier League by a lot more. But they got the job done. They've got some unbelievable players. I mean, Steve Clark was in here 6 months ago and he asked me who I thought Jose's favourite player was. I was listing Hazard, Matic and people like that, and he said Ivanovic and John Terry when he loves his back four. That's what's won in the league for me over the last 10 or 15 games. But don't underestimate the quality players that they've got, and they could kick on again. You know, they could go and get a Gareth Bale and all of a sudden they might dominate the Premier League next year, but Champions League's where they want to be and where they want to be at. So let's see who they buy in the summer. But Matic in shot there I think has been brilliant for them. Great signing.
So Chelsea prepare to celebrate. You'll be finding out shortly that there's going to be a special twist in terms of the personalities involved in the presentation of the Barclays Premier League trophy to Chelsea today. Perhaps not what you might have expected, but more on that in just a moment when we get across live to Stamford Bridge for those celebrations. And as it is, Michael, it's a Chelsea that looks as if they might be placed to go again next season. They will presumably be looking to this and saying, we get better over the summer. It's going to take a bit of stopping, isn't it?
They will, and if you look at the other teams that are trying to close that gap on them, they're all going to be strengthening, and they need to just to get anywhere near Chelsea level, and that's taken out of account that Chelsea are probably going to strengthen again themselves. So I see this domination continuing at least next season, and as Don says, it's the Champions League as well. They need to make further inroads into that competition.
Thanks very much, guys. You'll be hearing more from Don and Michael a little bit later on, but as the Chelsea backroom staff take their places, and of course it'll be the players after them, the presentation is about to get underway at Stamford Bridge. And to talk us through all that happens there as Chelsea are crowned champions of the Barclays Premier League, let's take you over to a commentary team that's familiar to you. Jim Beglin is alongside Peter Drury.
And so, let the good times roll. The presentation's about to begin at Stamford Bridge, and the ribbons are blue. This time Chelsea blue. For very long as it seemed as though they would be anything but. Trophy being carried on here in the presence of the lady who will present it, young Rachel Key, selected by Barclays through its Spirit of the Game initiative, carried on by her mentor in that initiative, Keith Harms. A very proud moment for him, and indeed especially for her. Hers is a wonderful story of uplifting youth and aspiration fulfilled, and it's an enlightened move by the sponsors Barclays and by the Premier League to allow a young Chelsea fan to enjoy this moment. And the selfies have started in the tunnel. They're going to have fun. Some of them have done this before repeatedly, but you know, most of them are first-time champions, which you certainly wouldn't say of him. He came back and he did it again. He is phenomenal. He is a phenomenon. Where is there a coach who has ever had the instant impact that he has had repeatedly and variously in countries all over Europe, with players of different shapes and sizes and motivations? Mourinho is the ultimate man manager. He is extraordinary.
Meticulous in detail, the most astute tactician, a really good motivator, and a setter of the highest targets. And if given a chance, Peter, he loves that us against the world mentality, which always serves his team so well.
Well, now next up are the players who actually haven't accrued enough appearances to be given a medal. Need to have played 5 times in the Premier League for that to occur, and they're being joined, reinforced by a couple of safe pairs of hands. Petr Cech and his immediate successor in the Chelsea goal, Thibaut Courtois. They are going to lead up the first team players, and if this is farewell, well, goodness me, it's a heartfelt goodbye. Thibaut Courtois has an act to follow here.
Yeah, and I think a nice nice touch as well by Courtois to allow his the senior man to just step in front of him as well and take the immediate applause.
And so we are into those who sport the Chelsea blue. Following on from behind Courtois, who has stepped out of the shadows into Czech's boots with such distinction, and followed now by Branislav Ivanovic, a second-time champion. Nemanja Matic, whose second coming at Chelsea has been such a spectacular success. Who had grown into a different player by the time he returned. In much the same way as Chelsea have grown, 2015 the year when they became a big horse again, a thoroughbred. 5 years looking up enviously at City and United, but now with their taste for the top renewed. Luis Azpilicueta, the two left full-backs, and then Diego Costa, the brute. Fabregas had to miss out today. I must say it was a wonderfully, if mischievously accurate strike he achieved at the Hawthorns the other night.
Well, it was bizarre, absolutely bizarre. But you know, that's the last thing on his mind now. He's got a lot more to think about. That's much more positive as well, and he's been a crucial part of Mourinho and the jigsaw that worked this season.
On the one hand, stylists at times their football did exhilarate. On the other, pragmatists, they became to a team of substance, immaculate in their execution of almost every Mourinho plan, remorselessly precise in all that they have done, muscular and mean and tidy and exact. They set the pace at the start, and metronomically they maintained it. Leaders from gun to tape, the uncatchables, and they had the best player and their heroes.
I've thoroughly enjoyed watching him throughout the season as well, and again this afternoon Hazard has been immense. He's been immense all season long, hence the prizes he's won, the individual recognition he's received. And Didier, at the moment, chief photographer.
He doesn't want to be in the picture, he wants to take it. He's had enough backpage pictures for himself to serve the satisfaction of any ambitious footballer. And now the captain. After 4 years in Manchester, the Barclays Premier League trophy is ready to settle in London again. Ready to be redelivered into the familiar arms of John Terry. He's borne this happy task before. It is a responsibility of which he can never tire. For the third time under Mourinho, for the fourth time in the Premier League era, and for the fifth time in history, in 2015, Chelsea are champions.
Yes,
And blue is the colour. Ticker tape will take a while to come floating back down to earth. Chelsea will take a while to come floating back down to earth. But when it does all settle down, and when we reflect and write the history of the 2014-15 season, there can only be one broad analysis. It is Jim Beglin that Chelsea were simply much, much better than the rest.
They were. We could see it. We could see the difference that was made by Mourinho to the side with the additions of Costa and Fabregas. and of course Courtois. And there was a strength, there was a core strength in Chelsea that was head and shoulders above every other team in the league, and they went on to prove that over the course. Absolutely superb. I won't stop here, Peter, because the ambition of this club now will be to go on, and I'm sure Mourinho would love a serious crack again at Champions League and winning that once more, as he's done a couple of times already in his career. But for the moment, the Premier League will have to do on the back of the League Cup, and they have been phenomenal.
So Jim, you played your career with a club that built year on year on year, never sat still, didn't allow itself to bask in trophies, and had to go again. Today it's a day when rightfully they do bask, they do enjoy. This is party day, but to what extent does a champion have to kick on over the summer and go again?
You must do it. I was fortunate enough to experience it in my days at Anfield, and when it was gone, once you'd won something, it was gone, and you had to go again, and that was drilled into you on a weekly basis. Mourinho will be doing likewise, and he has to get these players who've played at an incredible standard this season to match them the same standards again next term. That's the basic. As to what he's going to add to the squad, that's another matter entirely. But yeah, these guys have got to go again next season, and they'll be pushed all the way to do that by Mourinho. That's the way he operates.
Drogba is the king. Drogba had the crowd. He's at least as interested in his camera. And he, more than cameraman now, is choreographer. Leading the dance, setting the rhythm, and insisting that the others follow with him. Mourinho perhaps a little middle-aged for all of that now. He is, in his silver-haired way, happy to walk away and to leave the party to those whose tune he called and how they have responded. So, Jim, thank you for your company all season, wherever you're watching in the world. Thank you for your company all season. Have a terrific off-season, and we look forward to bringing you so much more of the same just 11 weeks from now. From jubilant Stamford Bridge, the home of Chelsea champions, goodbye to you all.
And we echo that. Peter Drury and Jim Beglan, thank you for your magnificent contributions all season long. So Chelsea prepare to set off on their lap of honour. I look like the Didier Drogba show there, Andy. Welcome back to the studio, by the way.
Yeah, he was orchestrating everything there, wasn't he? The pictures, the singing, hey, listen, good luck to them. They deserve it. They've been so superior, really, from start to finish, and thoroughly deserved it. When it mattered, they stepped up and delivered, and others fell away. So, congratulations, Chelsea. You really deserve it.
Well, as you can see, we are going to be bringing you everything we can. Every angle will be covered as they celebrate as Roman Abramovich, and the Chelsea fans as well salute their heroes. We'll hope to hear from as many of them as we possibly can do today as well. And, well, they have to put on a party, don't they, Michael? Because they might have known they were champions already, but it doesn't look as if that's diminished any of those fans' celebrations. Now, Jose, will you hang on to that medal? Famously, of course, tossing it into the crowd in his first incarnation as Chelsea manager. It looks as if he might do this time.
Yeah, he's got that air about him, hasn't he, that he's done all this before, and he's off. I bet he's one of the first down the tunnel as well, because he's been amazing since he's been in the Premier League. He's then gone off to Italy and Spain and been successful there, so no question he's led them to another fantastic season. They were the best team by an absolute mile, and they fully deserve this.
And you look at motivation, don't you, Dom, with Jose Mourinho? One would imagine that now would be to build maybe a dynasty, maybe something like you might have seen from the likes of Manchester United and Liverpool in the past.
Could be. When you look at this Chelsea side, got some superstars in there, the best manager in the world as well. I think when Jose analyses this at the end of the season, he'll be looking to go to the next level. I mentioned people like Gareth Bale, and you start adding people like that to this team, and they have to be Champions League contenders certainly next year. That'll be the one that he wants for Chelsea, and I like his arrogance, as Michael said. He's got that air about him. But what I like about him, especially last year when he said, we can't win the league, not with the striker we've got, but I'll win the league next year. Straight away went out and strengthened, and he's won the league.
So is John Terry and Rachel Key. Is that such a special day today pose with the Barclays Premier League trophy. We will bring you more from Stamford Bridge a little bit later on. But first things first, let's take a break. And as we do so, as Don rightly said, Jose Mourinho promised last March that Chelsea would win this season's title. They got to the top of the table as early as August the 30th. They stayed there for a record-breaking length of time. They never looked back.
We are a team evolution. A little horse that still needs milk and work and learn how to jump. A horse that the next season